a human being can have is brahmacharya. If a fruit has to happen, flower should not fall from the tree. Fallen flower never becomes fruit. Person who has fallen from brahmacharya never becomes a master. It is very unfortunate. The Vedic tradition lost the intensity of brahmacharya. I tell you, why the Buddhist and Jain traditions, which are offshoots of Hinduism, which has only just few concepts taken from Hinduism, is able to flourish all over the world and retain the capacity to be Jagat Gurus, teach the world. Why did Hinduism is not able to retain that strength, that capacity, inability to live the pure brahmacharya life, celibate life, and not making this brahmacharya celibate life as a mainstream lifestyle? Still in Hinduism, brahmacharya does not become a mainstream lifestyle. In Buddhism and Jainism, it is very common, even from the rich family background, they take up sannyas. I have seen even a small places like my hometown Tiruvannamalai, where a very small Jain community lives. Every year at least 5-6 boys and girls will go around the city. They will be taken in the procession all around the city with a fully clothed and jeweled. I used to ask, what is that procession? Is there a marriage procession? They will say, no, it is a sannyas procession. These boys and girls are becoming sadhus. We are handing them over to the monastery. Before that we are doing this procession. In Jain tradition still that habit is there. In whole Tiruvannamalai, the population itself is just 100,000 or 200,000. The Jain population is less than 5,000. Just in 5,000 people every year, at least 5 to 10 highly qualified, rich family background, educated, young, 5 boys and 5 girls at least, became monks. Means what? From the young age, as the part of the mainstream lifestyle, the sannyas was accepted, understood, taught. It is very unfortunate. We Hindus, neither we decide nor we make our next generation respect. I used to feel when I see these educated youngsters, see, they taking sannyas was not like a secret, they run away to a monastery, parents fight, struggle, no. Parents are so happy, they sing and dance in front of the chariot where those youngsters are being carried. They take the kids, they take the youth who are going to take the sannyas all over the city, celebrate, tell the whole world, he is becoming sannyasi, she is becoming a monk, she is becoming sadhvi, he is becoming sadhu. After a procession, they hand over the kids in the temple and the rituals take place. They become sadhu and sadhvi. First thing, from educated, the middle class families, nobody becomes sadhu. If you just walk around Tiruvannamalai, 99% of sadhus are uneducated. Just become sadhu instead of becoming beggars. And remaining 1% sadhus are from middle class, that also family did not accept they becoming sadhus, like my sannyasis. Ran away from the house. Still parents are resisting. soon, very soon. I take this as a vow, keeping Kala Bhairava as witness. I'll see to it. Parents take their young sons and daughters in procession to hand over them to the Dhyanapeetham as a sannyasis and sannyasinis. Go and see in every Jain village, you will see this ritual happening. In every Buddhist village, any child is born, they send the child even for basic education to monastery. Even these Hindu sannyas organizations, the education institutions which we run, even in that we don't promote sannyas. We are afraid to promote. So even the few sannyas organizations which are evolving like us, media tries to cut it in the bud, destroy it while we grow. They think, why these youngsters are wasting their life? Why are they becoming sannyasis and wasting their life? They are getting brainwashed. All the donkeys which get married only is getting brainwashed. Knowing that it is going to be a tight suffering, heavy suffering, they say, what else is to do? What is the other way?